All right, you guys. So like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you guys get all the updates whenever we release video content on the channel. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. Salute to my brother A Weapons. He rep Midlife Music. Make sure y'all following us on social media on our Instagram. Also, make sure that you guys check out our Facebook channel, facebook.com/Ticket TV. All these links are going to be in the description box below. You guys can also catch our podcast show. Make sure y'all subscribe to our podcast show. We'll have all the hidden content that you guys didn't see from our podcast show. So all of the links will be pinned below. Salute to everybody who donates to the stream. And we're going to get ready to get started with this stream today now. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Much love, honor, respect, and appreciation.
When I say stuff, I say a lot of things, and you guys always hear when I say stuff. It's funny, most of the time, a lot of the guys who played at the highest level agree with a lot of the things I say. Because, like, when you play pro basketball, whether you play overseas in the NBA, you understand and you see things that other guys don't see. You know what I'm saying? The normal eye does not see or does not think or does not understand. It was funny to me that shout out to Gilbert Arenas and Gil's Arena. They got a great show, man. I think I'm gonna start off by saying this, man. Gil troll a lot, but Gil a good dude, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. He don't get enough credit for what he has done over there, and all the people that he's put on and he showed love to, not only on his show, you know what I'm saying, from being the brothers, but also the sisters that he put on and showed love to have been on the show. Nobody really gives him a lot of credit for that, and I salute him for that. You know what I'm saying? I think what he's doing is a great thing. Also, with his son, man, his son is an absolute beast, and I think Gil is going about that situation the right way with his son, man. And his son, he letting his son carve out his own destiny. You know what I'm saying? Gil show love to his son, but he doesn't overdo it. He's not out here like crazy with it. And his son definitely is going to the league and definitely going to be a beast. So shout out to Gilbert Arenas. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this because they got into it yesterday, over a situation. And I want to talk about this because it's funny because a lot of people always talk down on Rashad Mccants. And they disrespect Rashad Mccants. They don't like his views on certain things. And, it's crazy. It's crazy. And this is how they operate, right? It's crazy. Because, they say, oh, Rashad has crazy views, blah, blah, blah. This Jokic situation has split a lot of people because people don't like when you criticize Jokic. You can criticize LeBron. You can criticize KD. You can criticize James Harden. You can criticize Embiid. You can criticize Giannis. Criticize all these other brothers. But when you go criticize Jokic, it's some type of problem people have. And it's some type of issue people have. And not even being critical. Yeah, just being critical of Jokic. But not being critical of Jokic. This situation yesterday panned over Rudy Gobert. And I started this a few days ago when I told you guys about what I thought of Rudy Gobert. And I've been telling y'all this for years now. Anybody who's been subscribed to my channel, you've heard me say the same thing for like the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years about Rudy Gobert. But everybody gets mad and says, oh, man, you're doing this. So yesterday, Rashad Mccants, he fell into that. Yesterday, all of a sudden, everybody loves Rashad Mccants. Hey, Rashad, I hope you see this, bro. Because yesterday, everybody loved you yesterday because you was taking up for Jokic, bro. Everybody says, oh, you know what you're talking about now. They call you all kind of names and disrespect you. You understand what I'm saying? When you're going against certain somebody. But now that you took it up for Jokic, now all of a sudden, all these people think you are a genius. They love you. They talking good about you. So the conversation, I told you guys this yesterday. You have multiple NBA players, all-stars in the league, multiple NBA, ex-NBA all-stars, come out and say the exact same thing I said. Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famers and everybody saying the exact same thing I said about Rudy Gobert after that last 2 games. And y'all heard what I said. And a lot of people got mad at me. Oh, Tookie, can't nobody, no. So you guys, y'all don't understand what I'm saying. So Gilbert Arenas, who's a former All-Star, and Kenyon Martin, who's a former All-Star, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, I don't know if I don't think Kmart made an All-Star game, but shout out to Kmart anyways. He was a damn good player in his career. Former #1 overall pick you know what I'm saying, with the 2 NBA finals. They got into it yesterday with Rashad Mccants. Now, I thought that Rashad didn't even let them get their point out when they was trying, because he didn't want to hear what they was going to say. And I like Rashad Mccants. I'm going to say that right now. I know a lot of people don't like him. I like Rashad. I like the cast. I think Gil got the perfect type of cast up there of people to have good conversations. But Rashad did not want to let them get their thing off, because what Gil and Kenyon Martin was saying was right. See, this is the same thing I told you guys about Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is not even competing. He's not making no type of difference. When you're a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year award winner, bro, we had to see something. Mofos is running around here lying to y'all, making it seem like Jokic is something we ain't never seen before. And then people want to label you the R word. People want to talk down on you when you disagree with that. So if you're a legend in the game and you've seen other great players greater than what you think Jokic is, people in this era want to call you a hater because of players they never seen before, and want to say, hey, man, you guys are haters. Jokic is the greatest ever. How do you know he's the greatest ever if you didn't see the other guys? How you know? You cannot be under 30 years old, 35 years old, and tell me about some of these other guys if you didn't see them. But they'll call you a hater. They'll say you a racist, all kind of stuff. If you say, hey, man, Jokic ain't the greatest I ever seen. So Kenyon Martin and Gilbert Arenas were going in on Rudy Gobert for absolutely getting torched by Jokic. And what we were talking about, and I explained the same thing the night before they went on this show. Rudy Gobert ain't even competing. Yeah, Jokic is scoring Nas Reed, but guess what? Nas Reed making him work for it. Kenyon Martin brought up some great points too. Bro, before Jokic catch it, I'm pushing him off the block. I'm swiping in, showing hands. I'm making him think about what I'm going to do defensively before he even catch the ball. Then when he catch the ball, it's a whole new battle. I'm not letting him get comfortable, feel me, know where he's going to go, know how he's going to sprint off me, just be able to lean on me. You understand? Then after he shoot it, I'm doing all kind of stuff too. Let me give y'all a perfect example, right? Guys like Shane Battier when he used to play against Kobe Bryant. Shane Battier, look at everything he did from beginning to end. Bruce Bowen, look at what he did defensively on a possession-by-possession basis from beginning to end. We talking about competing and making you work for it, right? So everybody, and this is where I ether all these clowns, right? And I'm glad Gil and them went in on Rudy Gobert, because like they said, he ain't doing nothing. And it wasn't just Gil. It wasn't just Kenyon Martin. All the OGs came out. Rashad Rondo came out yesterday and cooked Rudy Gobert. Boogie Cousins came out yesterday, cooked Rudy Gobert. Draymond Green came out, cooked Rudy Gobert. Everybody's been saying the same thing I said because they watched the games. Rudy Gobert ain't even competing. So like Gilbert was arguing with Rashad Mccants and also Kenyon Martin, bro, this dude ain't making a difference one-on-one or health side. He ain't doing nothing. Rudy Gobert's doing nothing on the court but standing around getting rebounds that fall into him. That's it. And I've been said this. So everybody, and his argument on the left-hand side of your screen, Rashad Mccants was a weak-ass argument. Talking about nobody can stop Jokic. He's the greatest player in the game right now. So what? Michael Jordan was the greatest. See, that's why I eat the dudes like this. I wish I'd have been on the show, because I'd have shut down everything Rashad Mccants said right there. I would have said, Rashad, what the hell are you talking about, son? Michael Jordan was the greatest offensive player we had ever seen in NBA history up until that point. And he still is right now to the day. He's the greatest, not Jokic. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the greatest offensive player we've ever seen with the greatest arsenal. Let me say this. You know what? In the NBA Finals against the Seattle Supersonics, there was a man by the name of Gary Payton. They called him the Glove. He was the Defensive Player of the Year. He didn't have 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards with Rashad Mccants. He only had 1. And you know what happened in that series? After the first couple of games of Michael Jordan getting what he wanted, Gary Payton went to George Karl and said, put me on mic. I'm defensive player of the year. You put me on Michael Jordan. When he put Gary Payton on Michael Jordan struggled the rest of that series. Yeah, he still got average 26 a game for that series, but his percentages went down. You know why? Because as a defensive player of the year against a dude who was offensively the biggest arsenal in NBA history, and Michael Jordan offensively, right? Right? 10 scoring titles, all y'all already know everything, right? What did Gary Payton do as a defensive player of the year? He made Mike feel him. He made Mike work for it. He brought Mike's percentages down. And if Gary Payton and them, George Karl would have went to that early in that series, they may have had a better chance in that series because they got down early, but they got back into the series because he put the defensive player of the year, Gary Payton, on Mike, who was the greatest offensive player to ever play the game of basketball. So don't give me this Jokic BS and can't nobody stop him. No, we're not saying that. We saying, so that's why I told y'all yesterday when that Chilltown, who lost his marbles, he coming out here disrespecting OGs to impress these young cats in Chilltown. I am so ashamed of you, brother. I'm so ashamed of you. I'm gonna annihilate you today on the Player's Choice. I'm so ashamed of you for coming up there disrespecting yesterday, bro. The way you disrespected Alonzo Mourning and those guys, bro. Bro, don't you ever disrespect Alonzo Mourning ever again in your entire life, son. Did you hear what I said, son? Don't you ever disrespect Alonzo Mourning talking about some Jokic would have thrown him around and busted him up too. Them dudes was cut from a different cloth, and you know that. It ain't coming easy like it did against Rudy Gobert. That's what I'm saying. You want to work for some shit around here. If you playing against Zoe Mourning and all those other guys I named, you gonna work for that shit, bro. And that's a fact. He ain't fit to do him like he did Rudy Gobert. And that's what we saying. So when you talk about real Defensive Player of the Year award winners, when we talk about guys like Dwight Howard, who won 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, in his prime, Jokic is not doing Dwight Howard the same way he just did Rudy Gobert. Some of that shit is getting punched in the third row by Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard was catching shit at the top of his peak, throwing it out of bounds to the 5th row. So we're not talking about that. And we talking about when Dwight Howard was getting beat, he was recovering and throwing that shit to the 5th row. Real defensive warriors. Big Ben Wallace acknowledged whenever he round. He would have had a big impact and effect against Jokic because he would have battled Jokic before he caught the ball, when he caught the ball, and after he caught the ball. All the defensive aspects of the game would have been put into. Jokic would have had to work so hard to score the points. And I'm not saying he could not do it. I'm saying you guys make it seem like nobody in the world can deal with the Joker. Nobody can. Are you out of your mind, son? Michael Jordan was the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. Gary Payton was the defensive player of the year only one time. And maybe he deserved it more. But when Gary Payton got on Michael Jordan, go look at Michael Jordan's percentages in that series. Go watch that series and look what happened when Gary Payton got on Mike. You saw the impact. This is what happens when you win Defensive Player of the Year. You see impact, not a dude laying down. Point blank, period. And that's all we talking about. When you're a great player, Chilltown, a lot of guys not really going to just stop you when you're an all-time great player. But we talking about effort. We talking about slowing you down. We talking about showing you why you're the Defensive Player of the Year. So when Gilbert Arenas and them went off on Rashad Mccants, Gillen was right. Bro, this dude ain't giving no effort. He ain't doing nothing. He's standing out there. He getting back down and jump hook every single time. Rudy Gobert ain't doing nothing. When he's off the ball, he getting cooked by Aaron Gordon. He's not boxing out Aaron Gordon. When he was guarding Aaron Gordon was yamming on him too, cutting back door, getting easy buckets on him too. That was a great point Kenyon Martin brought up. He ain't playing good on the ball. He ain't playing good off the ball. But he's supposed to be Defensive Player of the Year 4 times. See what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear that. Y'all not going to tell us that true all-time great defenders. You think Jokic is doing Tim Duncan like that? Bro, Tim Duncan was the greatest. He was one of the greatest post defenders in NBA history. You think Jokic is doing Tim Duncan the same way he just did Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert got 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Tim Duncan don't, y'all. I want y'all to put that in y'all's mind and wonder why people are saying what they're saying, bro. Tim Duncan, and we ain't saying Jokic ain't a baller. We telling the truth, though. We saying he ain't working them dudes like that. It's going to come harder than that. Because if it came harder for Mike when a Defensive Player of the Year, Gary Payton got on Mike, and a lot of people were saying that they thought Dennis Rodman could have won the Finals MVP award in that series. Because of what Gary Payton was making, how he was making Mike work for it. But see, these people lie to y'all and make it seem like Defensive Player of the Years don't matter. They do matter. When you're a Defensive Player of the Year, let me give y'all a perfect example. Everybody in this channel know I don't like Draymond Green. When Draymond Green plays against Jokic, you see a difference. He competes. You see Draymond Green giving maximum effort guarding Jokic. He doing everything he can do. Front him. You understand what I'm saying? Half front him. Pull the chair on him. Swipe down. Even though Jokic going to get his numbers, he going to work for it. He going to work for it. It ain't going to come easy. You understand what I'm saying? The Ghost says, Ticket your error was trash. No one can shoot. You're blocked. I ain't even going to argue with you. I'm not even going to argue with you. You're blocked. I'm not even going to argue with no clowns. I can't argue with no little youngsters on YouTube that just going to troll. And that's why I was so disappointed with Chilltown yesterday, because Chilltown is trying to cap for that community. He feels like the TikTok community is going to get him on. No, Chilltown. Your community right here is going to get you on, Chilltown. Chilltown, you see me? You see your boy Ticket, the final boss? You see me, Chilltown? All these people talk all this shit about me, Chilltown, but you know why they watch my videos, Chilltown? Because they know I'm the real, nigga. And they know I'm coming with the real. I'm coming one way, Chilltown. So when we talk about competing defensively, Chilltown, on all aspects, niggas is taking a challenge, son. When Kobe came in the league and Mike was D'ing him, Mike took the challenge defensively, bro. Kobe took the challenge defensively. We ain't talking about just laying down. Go watch every single possession of Rudy Gobert against Jokic. He's laying down and supposed to be a defensive player 4 times in a row, Defensive Player of the Year. But you laying down defensively every time and Jokic is getting whatever he wants. I'm talking about easy. You a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year award. There's supposed to be something legendary about you that makes you stand out. Every other all-time great defensive player in the NBA had something to their game that made them stand out. Even Gilbert Arenas, when he was on the court, when Kobe was against Gil, Kobe took that shit serious. Look how Kobe competed defensively. Even against Gil. Kobe took that shit serious, man. Even against T-Mac, Kobe took that shit serious. Look how you D'ing up guys. Look how you into guys. Look how you taking a matchup serious, bro. Rudy Gobert is laying down, bro. Period. There ain't no hard fouls on Jokic. When Jokic get to the rack, there ain't no hard fouls. Shout out to Martavian in the Cash App, the donation. He said our era had heart and skills and never gave up. That's a fact. You was going to have to work for it. You was going to have to work for it. Shout out to my boy JB in the Cash App with the donation. He said Gil was cooking yesterday. Yeah, he was cooking his ass yesterday because they was telling the truth. In our era, Michael Jordan, bro, you was going to get hit. You ain't just we ain't come by like that. Bro, I ain't seen no hard fouls on Jokic when he's blowing by. None of this stuff. I haven't seen anything that showed me that Rudy Gobert is giving effort. And I ain't saying you got to play dirty. I'm saying play hard. He out, and everybody just making it seem like this dude is just untouchable. Man, get out of here, bro. He ain't. He ain't. And again, if you guys go back I want y'all to go back and watch the NBA Finals that year when Michael Jordan played against Gary Payton. Right? I want y'all to go back and watch that. And the reason why I want y'all to watch that, you know what I'm saying, is because the reason why I want y'all to watch that is because I want y'all to see after Game 3, the defense that Gary Payton put on Michael Jordan. And I told you guys, Gary Payton competed, bro. And Michael Jordan, go look at Michael Jordan's percentages. Even though Michael Jordan averaged 26, he worked for that shit. Everybody knew that Gary Payton put that work in, bro. Everybody knew it. This wasn't even no question. Everybody said, man, GP out there put in work. And he showed why he was a defensive player of the year. And it showed that George Karl waited too long in the series to allow him to guard Michael Jordan. If he would have went to that earlier, this Sonics may have won 7 games in that series. But he didn't do it until Gary Payton went up to him, I think after game 2, and was like, yo, put me on mic. And see, I try and educate these young guys. You see how Gary Payton was locked and glued to Michael Jordan? He was glued to Mike all series long, glued to him. GP was not playing. He was a straight dog, a real defensive player of the year, bro. So he was locked in, bro. We have not seen it all, sir. I'm sorry. We have not seen it all in this era. This era is weak, bro. What is wrong with y'all dudes? Y'all have not seen it all. You have not seen Jokic play against Zoe Morning. You have not seen Jokic play against Tim Duncan. You have not seen Jokic play against a prime Kevin Garnett, defensive player of the year. You have not seen Jokic play against a prime Big Ben Wallace, acknowledged whenever we round, nigga. You have not seen Jokic play against a prime Dikembe Mutombo, nigga. You have not seen him play against a prime Alonzo Mourning. You have not seen him play against a prime Dwight Howard. We saw him get against an old Dwight Howard. I can keep going if you want me to keep going. So y'all not going to do this. Because the list goes on and on and on, and it's sweeter than Ben and Jerry's. You ain't seen him play against Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon that was blocking shit out the arena. And I'm telling y'all this, they lie to y'all. All these people come on YouTube, bro, and glaze and tell all these lies. They lie to y'all about Jokic and all these other guys. Jokic is a great player. We're not saying he's not. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying he's not. We're saying that it ain't going to be as easy as this weak-ass era he playing in. He only got to play against 2 guys. Jokic only has to play against 2 guys, y'all. Imagine that. And one of them, he don't even really got to see it all, and never got to see him in the playoffs, and that's Embiid. So think about this. Jokic is never really having to play defense either. He's not. He don't have to play defense against Rudy Gobert. There is no real centers in the league making Jokic have to play D. And then when he did have to play D, he got torched by Anthony Davis. That means something. See, when you got to play against somebody on the other end, people don't tell y'all this. It ain't just, see, Jokic is just getting to play offense. Because whenever Rudy Gobert's in the game, he ain't really got to worry about Rudy Gobert offensively. Rudy Gobert ain't got no moves. So it's tiresome when you got to D a dude up and you got to go get buckets. People won't talk about that. See what I'm saying? When you got to really do, and the only dude he got to do like that is 2 dudes, AD and Jokic. I mean, AD and Embiid. And Embiid never gets out the second round. So how you going to do with the Embiid? He has easy matchups for the most part his entire time. That's why we're so upset that people talk about Rudy Gobert in the light they do. Rudy Gobert is not what these people say he is, bro. They're not. He's just not, brother. And everything I'm saying to y'all is just honest truth. I'm not lying to y'all. When we talk about guys, when I talk about guys like Big Ben Wallace in his prime, man, you think Jokic pushing Ben Wallace around like that? Y'all lost y'all mind, man. Y'all lost y'all mind, man. Ben Wallace was a menace to society out there. Shout out to Martavian with the donation to Cash App. He said Anthony Mason was shut down and Joker easy work. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say Mason was shut down, Joker. I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying these guys gonna shut Jokic down. I'm gonna say this again because I want people to understand what I'm saying. When you're an all-time great defender, right? Sometimes you might shut some people down, right? But you're going to make them work for it. Let me give y'all an example. When Ben Wallace played against Shaq, he made him work for it. Played him one-on-one. That's why Shaq said, I only respect Ben Wallace because he's the only one that played me one-on-one. And Ben Wallace made Shaq work for it. And Shaq got his numbers, but he made him work for it. That's what you saw why Big Ben Wallace was the defensive player of the year 4 times. Nobody can tell me watching this that we've seen anybody test Jokic to a real level in this era as far as bigs. And the reason why it's not Jokic's fault. It's just that they don't play big no more. We play in a guard era. Y'all know that. But y'all will lie. So this dude, so y'all say Michael Jordan dominated a big man era. Jokic is dominating a guard era. He's dominating a guard field era. So it's not an era full of big men. He got 2 big men to worry about. And one of them, he ain't never going to play in the finals because he can't get out the second round. So he ain't never going to play him in the finals. But y'all remember this? Look at y'all screen. All black. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Let me make sure I get this right. Hold on. I want to make sure y'all see that. Y'all see that? All black. All ball. All ball. This is when we talk about competing. That's a real effing defensive player of the year right there. And Big Ben Wallace, nigga. That's a 4-time defensive player. They ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not finna let people lie to y'all and tell y'all that you just walking through guys. We talking about real defensive demons out here making impact, dog. I've seen true greatness, brother. Seen true greatness. This dude says Joker has 0 flaws in his game, bro. You a goddamn lie. You a damn lie. And again, Michael Jordan had 0 flaws in his game, sniper picks. Michael Jordan had 0 flaws in his game. And the one thing you didn't know, Ben Wallace guarded on the perimeter too. You don't believe me? Go ask T-Mac, Kobe, and all of them. R.I.P. to Kobe. Go ask T-Mac and all of them. Go ask them. Say, hey, man, could Ben Wallace pick up? Oh, shit, Ben pick you up on the perimeter too. Ben was out there blocking shit, guarding niggas on the perimeter. On the wing, Ben was guarding niggas. Straight demon on the basketball court. See, this is the lies they tell y'all. And sniper picks, how old are you, bro? This is the lies they tell y'all in this era. And that's why I'm sick of Chilltown. I'm ashamed of him, bro. Because he old enough to know this. Dudes was not laying down. You the defensive player of the year, niggas wore that with a badge. They wore that with a badge. I'm a defensive player of the year? Man, nigga wearing that with a badge, bro. That's an honor, brother. An honor. So whenever you seen Ben Wallace against all these dudes, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, all them dudes, you go ask them dudes about Big Ben and guys like that. They like, man, shit, that nigga's a monster. I had to work for that. For real, I had to work for that, dog. I really had to work for that. Because all that shit around the basket was getting blocked. All of it. And Ben was the type of dude, he'll guard you one-on-one and still go up and block your shot straight up. Rudy Gobert can't do that because his body can't take the initial hit. I keep trying to tell people this. Rudy Gobert's body is not strong enough. He does not take the initial hit and still can come up, and he doesn't even contest. Once Joker hit him one time in his chest with a back now, he's done. He doesn't even go back and look at the gauge. He doesn't even contest. Joker just easy buckets. It's not even a fight. And that's what we're talking about. Like, you the defensive player. And see, guys, and here's the thing, right? I'm talking about guys that played in the NBA at the highest level. The highest level, bro. I'm talking about guys that played at the very highest level telling y'all this stuff. But y'all getting mad. People getting mad because they speaking on truth. Dudes is tired of this shit, bro. So that's why when you heard Rajon Rondo and them say what they said yesterday, Rajon Rondo, everybody talk about Rajon Rondo's IQ and knowledge of the game. So why Rajon Rondo would know best, right? So why Rajon Rondo was cooking Rudy Gobert? Why was he cooking Rudy Gobert yesterday? He said, bro, he does nothing. Rachel Nichols up there trying to take up for Rudy Gobert because she voted for Rudy Gobert because she don't know a damn thing about basketball. But when Rajon Rondo got on there and G checked her, she felt bad and was like, I'm not going to vote for him anymore. What do you mean you're not going to vote for him anymore? So you already showing that you're influenced by others to why you voting for somebody. You're not voting for them just off yourself. You showing you influenced by somebody else. Make that part make sense, Rachel Nichols. Make that part make sense. And I tried to tell y'all yesterday when I told y'all this. Did they want to listen? Hell no. And I did nothing but tell the truth to people. When I told y'all this about what happened yesterday, right? I told y'all yesterday, right? So, and again, all the people got mad at what I said. What I said was true. Matter of fact, I want y'all to hear this, right? I want y'all to hear this. I want everybody to hear what's going on, right? What was said yesterday. Because I truly, and again, I appreciate you, Rashad Rondo. All y'all dudes that's telling the truth out here, carrying on tradition. You don't have to sell your soul for this young era. And that's what I was telling Chilltown yesterday. He sold his soul, bro. He sold his soul for his TikTok era, bro. And I'm disappointed in that, brother, man. Because he know more basketball than that, bro. To say the stuff he said, bro, and disrespect the legends in the game, bro, is just disgusting, bro.
Back to what Coach is saying about Rudy. His kid doesn't have a defensive presence out there. He's not able to do what Nasri does as far as picking Joker up, causing turnovers like that. He looks really comfortable. Joker's fighting the shit out of him, shooting floater shots. I mean, he's getting everything he wants and still being a great facilitator and a quarterback on the court. So he's not causing any disruptive on either side of the ball. And then also they like I said, Malone did a hell of a job by corralling Anthony Edwards at the top, making him throw the pocket pass, making Rudy Gobert turn into Draymond Green, which we saw yesterday at 5 turnovers. So that's going to be tough. Now, if you get read that ball right there, he's a way better playmaker than Gobert. So for me, it's not just offensively not being able to.
Thank you, Rondo. Talk basketball. Them dudes talking about, oh, y'all don't talk basketball. We talk about real NBA legends talking basketball. Shout out to Ajamor. He said, why Chill won't pull up? Because he only go to safe spots now. He know over there is a safe spot where they all hate me. It's a bunch of young cats that's trolls. So he'll stay in a safe area. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do. He's come over here a few times. He don't want to come back over here. He know what time it is. He going to get fried. Did you hear what Rondo said, though? Rondo just ethered everything about Rudy Gobert. I've been telling y'all this. He has no effect offensively, so it does nothing for Jokic because offensively hurts you too. When you are doing things offensively to make Jokic expend energy and have to use energy, that hurts him defensively as well. When he don't have to worry about you, all he got to do is just be chill. Period. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But Rondo ethered this clown. Rondo said straight up, Rondo was like, bro, look, he ain't making no impact on either side of basketball. You a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year award. You out here getting worked. Body, straight up. This is what all the NBA players are saying. All the legends are saying, how in the hell did this dude win 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards? I'm the only one that was willing to say it out loud at first. Now everybody's saying it out loud because they see what's going on. And it's disrespectful. Why was he never double teamed when you're a Defensive Player of the Year? You're not supposed to double team somebody. When Gary Payton guarded Michael Jordan, that wasn't no double team. Gary Payton took Michael Jordan one-on-one. He's Defensive Player of the Year. When Ben Wallace guarded Shaq, he didn't take no double team. He guarded Shaq one-on-one. That was Defensive Player of the Year. When Ben Wallace guarded Tim Duncan, Defensive Player of the Year, guarded one-on-one. Guarded one-on-one. See, these are the things that people don't tell y'all, man. And that's the part that makes me so upset. Is that people don't tell y'all this. So this dude right here says, well, why they never double team him? You shouldn't have to double team him if you're a Defensive Player of the Year. If you're a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, bro, we're not saying you're supposed to shut Jokic down. We're saying we're supposed to see some type of substantial impact on how Jokic is playing. Jokic is comfortable and don't have to change nothing. He cooking this dude with ease, and you're supposed to be a Defensive Player of the Year. And I told y'all this. Listen to Rajon Rondo. Again, dudes are furious in the NBA because they've given Rudy Gobert 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and they're going to make him some type of all-time defensive legend, and he don't even deserve to be in the room. Don't get mad at me. Don't listen to no flunkies on YouTube. Listen to the real NBA basketball players who really been in between the lines. I want y'all to hear what Rajon Rondo said one more time.
Back to what Coach is saying about Rudy. His doesn't have a defensive presence out there. He's not able to do what Nas Reed does as far as picking Joker up.
And remember, your old ass Chilltown says, "Oh, Nas Reed ain't making no difference." Yes, he is. He making a better difference than Rudy Gobert is, even if it's minimal. He's competing. He's actually trying to fight. Now, Jokic still going to score. We're not saying Jokic ain't scoring. We ain't saying that. We ain't saying that. But we're saying, hey, we're going to make it tougher on you. It ain't going to be as easy as it normally would be against other defenders. That's why you're a defensive player of the year. I want y'all to go through every defensive player of the year in NBA history outside of Rudy Gobert. Go to every single one. Tell me which one didn't make an impact at some point in time defensively in the playoff run. We've seen Kawhi do it. We've seen Draymond Green do it. We've seen Gary Payton do it. We've seen Dikembe Mutombo do it. We've seen Dwight Howard do it. He led his team to the NBA Finals. You want me to keep going? We saw in Memphis do it when he went to the Western Conference Finals. The big fella. You want me to keep going? This is too easy. We saw Ben Wallace do it. He won a world championship. Went to 6 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. You want me to keep going? I can keep cooking. We seen Tim Duncan do it with his defense. We're going to keep going. We can keep going. Right? And so when y'all say, hey, man, Ticket, Shaq, he still did his thing against Ben Wallace. Man, listen, Shaq's average was damn near down 10 points against Ben Wallace. Shaq was averaging 35 and a half, 36 points a game and damn near 18 rebounds a game in the finals against those big men. When he played against Ben Wallace, that shit got cut in half, nigga. When he played against Ben Wallace, when they played him with the Lakers and lost in the finals, Shaq only averaged like 23, 24 points. Not even that. Did you see what Shaq was averaging against every other big man in the finals? Damn near 36 and 18. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. See what I'm saying? So we're not saying that Jokic isn't a great center. We're not saying that. We're saying that it's ridiculous that all these people are saying, oh, Jokic is so unstoppable. Jokic does not have a better arsenal. Let me tell y'all something. Jokic does not have a better offensive package than Hakeem Olajuwon. He doesn't. He doesn't. Hakeem Olajuwon had better offensive moves than Jokic. Now, where it comes in with Jokic is the passing. Jokic is a great passer, but he was not on Hakeem's level as far as moves. I can keep going. Kevin McHale had better post moves than Jokic. Jokic is a great passer, though. His passing makes him a really great player. Right? So let's not do this, bro. Jokic ain't out there doing nothing except for the shooting threes is what Tim Duncan wasn't doing. That's the part of Jokic's game that and they didn't play that way back then where you had to shoot a lot of threes. They really played post basketball. You understand what I'm saying? To the brother who says Ticket just a hater, respect the big man. Didn't I just say out my mouth that Jokic is an all-time great player? You're blocked, dog. Go over somewhere else and troll. Where you can troll to your heart desire, brother. I'm telling the truth. Michael Jordan was the greatest offensive player to ever play basketball. Ever. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 10 scoring titles. Unstoppable in the game. He was the greatest offensive player to this day to ever touch a basketball. Gary Payton was the defensive player of the year and made Mike work for it. And that's all we asking. He ain't going to completely shut Mike down, but he made Mike work for it. Made him work for it. Go back and look in that series, y'all. Go back and look in that series. But I want y'all to hear what else Rondo was saying, because Rondo was cooking.
Causing turnovers like that. He looks really comfortable. Joker's biting the shit out of him, shooting floater shots. I mean, he's getting everything he wants and still being a great facilitator and a quarterback on the court. So he's not causing any disruptive on either side of the ball. And then also like I said, Malone did a hell of a job by corralling Anthony Edwards at the top, making him throw the pocket pass, making Rudy Gobert turn into Draymond Green, which we saw yesterday at 5 turnovers. So that's going to be tough now to give Reed that ball right there. I mean, he's a way better playmaker than Gobert. So for me, it's not just offensively not being able to block shots or change things. It's also offensively as well. Because again, if he's having to be the playmaker when they're setting picks with him, they're living with that. You know what I mean? Like he's not aggressive enough. He can't get to the rim. And if he's not shooting over 80, I think, or 85 from the free throw line. So it's kind of a lose-lose for them to put the ball in his hands in the middle of the court. And that's where, again, kudos to Coach Malone.
Thank you. Now that's real basketball breakdown. All you little trolls and jabronis that think what Chilltown and them is saying is basketball. No, we talking about real dudes that's been out there on the court, real dudes that's been in the grind, real dudes that's been in them situations, telling y'all the truth. They telling y'all exactly what I said. And everybody want to get mad because it talk about dudes that actually played in the NBA calling these dudes haters because they telling the truth. Let's go to Boogie.
When a guy is tested, you're not seeing it from Rudy Gobert in the postseason. I get it. And
Ever
seen it.
Right?
I said it again. Thank you, Boogie. I said that before Boogie and them went on the show yesterday. You've never seen it. You've never seen Rudy Gobert on nobody. I ain't just talking about Jokic. Nobody. You've never seen it on nobody. I'm going to say it again. You've never seen it on nobody. Ever from Rudy Gobert. He got 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards. You've never seen it.
And that's where it's just like, I don't. And it would be
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It would be more understandable if it was, maybe he got 1, defensive player. We're talking
don't
4.
get it. Yep.
4. So that puts him in the category of the elite of the elite. And when
Ben Wallace and Hakeem. And by the way, he is not Ben Wallace and he is not Hakeem. And we all know it. Even the people voting know it.
Not even close. So
we know it.
It's now becoming a narrative and it's not really factual. Like, we keep awarding this guy for regular season. And though, me and you can speak on this. When it comes to regular season, most of the time, the good teams are going through the motions. You just go through the motions. You do the same thing every night, which produces the wins. Cool. Mm-hmm. Playoff come, you have to become a player. Everybody knows it. And I have yet to see it. I haven't seen it. So why do we keep awarding this guy for a bullshit-ass regular season? I don't understand it.
I just feel it has to. For me, it's a team award because I say this. Kevin won Defensive Player of the Year, but Kevin, it was me, Perk, Tony Allen, Posey on the floor. Kevin was our anchor, no doubt about it. He deserved it. Well, I'm not saying that, but again, having a team around you that prides themselves on defense, your numbers look better. Like I get it, it's going to happen. But if you're on a team
they were the number 1 defense this season, and that matters too.
So Jalen McDaniels doesn't get considered. He's one of the best wing defenders in the league. He didn't even get considered. Anthony Edwards, like he's a dog on the defensive end.
Jay McDaniels plays great defense.
I don't understand why this kid, well, not even a kid, this is a grown-ass man, why Rudy Gobert keeps getting the credit for being this great fucking defender. And I've never seen his defense change an entire series. I've never seen it one time. I've never seen it.
Have you ever wondered if Chet Holmgren might be a descendant of Abraham Lincoln?
I told you guys this, right? I told y'all, right? And I'm glad Boogie and them shut down Rachel Nichols because she don't know what the hell she talking about. Sorry if y'all find it as disrespect. It's just true. She don't know what she talking about. I'm just going to vote for him because everybody else is voting for him. She don't even know what she's talking about. Then she told Rondo, we're not going to vote for him anymore going forward. Why'd you vote for him this year? I told y'all this. Then Kenya Martin going in on Gil's Arena. Again, shout out to Kmart, a real warrior. Going in. Going in. You understand what I'm saying? These are all facts. So we talking about guys that making it tough on you. He ain't even making it hard on Jokic. And that's what we saying. If you think, and again, go back and look. Somebody tell me what Shaq averaged in the finals against the Lakers. I mean, excuse me, with Shaq with the Lakers average in the finals against the Pistons. What did Shaq average that year against the Pistons? Let me look it up. Against Ben Wallace. That year they lost in the finals to Big Ben Wallace. Look it up, y'all. Look it up. Let's look this up right now. In the year he went to the NBA finals against, and we talking about the year he went against, that was 2004 when they won, when the Lakers lost in the finals. That was 2004. Y'all know what Shaq averaged in the finals that year, y'all? when they lost that series? I got it right here. In the finals that year, y'all, Shaquille O'Neal averaged, Shaq averaged 26.6 and 10.8 rebounds. Do y'all not know what Shaq was averaging every other year in the finals? 36. Let me show y'all something. So in 2004, Shaq averaged 26 and 10 and a half, right? 26 and a half, 10 and a half, right? Now y'all check this out, right? I want y'all to really check this out, right? So in the finals that they went to in 2002, you know what Shaq averaged in that series, y'all? In the NBA finals? 36 and 12. So Ben Wallace took Shaq from 36 and 12 to 26 and 10. That's defensive player of the year impact. Let's go to the year before that. What did Shaq average in the finals? The year before that, in 2001. In 2001, you know what Shaq averaged in the finals? 33 and 16. Ben Wallace took that down to 26 and a half and 10. One-on-one. Let's keep going back. Let's go back to the 2000 finals. You know what Shaq averaged in the finals? 38 and 17 rebounds. Ben Wallace took that down to 27 and 10. So don't tell me that defensive player of the year was and Shaq was the most dominant player ever. Ever. Right? So we're not saying that Jokic can't play. We're not saying Jokic ain't got game. Jokic got big game. He's great offensive player, got big game. We're saying that true defensive demons would have made you work for it at a whole different level. They would have brought your average down a little bit, your percentage down. You can go look at even a guy who didn't win a Defensive Player of the Year award, but it was an excellent defender. Look what he did to Kobe Bryant in the Pistons series. Look what Tayshaun Prince did because of the way he competed. These new era guys won't tell y'all this. They lie to y'all and push forth BS narratives, right? And I can go all the way through different playoff series to show you guys where different defenders met up, all world defenders met up with great offensive players. Yeah, and you work for your numbers. You work for your numbers. You know what I mean? To the brother who said, Ticket, what about Mutombo? That was an old Mutombo. I'm talking about a prime Mutombo. Mutombo was at his end at that time. They did, and matter of fact, they did what they wasn't supposed to do. They gave him an award based off of just his reputation at that time. Dikembe Mutombo was nowhere near his prime when he was in Philly. Dikembe Mutombo's prime years was in Denver and Atlanta. Those were Dikembe Mutombo's prime years. And again, nobody in the league is as physical as Shaq was. Shaq walked through him. Nobody in the league was as physical as Shaq was. Joker is nowhere near as physical as Shaq was. Bro, do y'all not know what Shaq was doing? Shaq was backing dudes down, blowing dudes in the face, and yamming on dudes. Shaq would have been called for offensive foul and thrown out of games. He'd have been called for 3 flagrant fouls and thrown out of games if they let Shaq play the way he used to play. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all this. It was impossible for Mutombo. You know what I'm saying? It was impossible for Mutombo to guard Shaq. How you gonna guard Shaq if you became a Mutombo if you ain't doing nothing but eating elbows in your grill the whole series? I mean, man, I thought Mutombo was gonna get knocked out. How many times Shaq was blowing this dude in his face in that series, bro? Shaq literally bowled Mutombo in his grill every time. And Mutombo was out there trying to compete, bro. Mutombo was trying to compete to the highest level he could. But Shaq outweighed him over 100-something pounds. Not only did Shaq outweigh him, he was way stronger than Dikembe Mutombo. And not only that, the ref was allowing Shaq to physically beat Mutombo up. You guys got to understand basketball. I want y'all to see this. Shaq literally was putting that in Mutombo's face. Look at Mutombo's face, y'all. He was putting that elbow right to bro. Mutombo's grill could have got snapped back. right? It's crazy. And if I played you the clips make it look worse. Look how strong Shaq was. Jokic ain't nowhere near that. The Lakers Shaq, man, Shaq would have got daggone, man, Shaq would have cremated Jokic. Jokic would have been on the bench after the first 5 minutes of the game. And this is the part they don't tell y'all. That's why I said Chilltown know this. They don't tell y'all the truth. And that's Chilltown's cousin, Shaquille O'Neal. He won't tell y'all the truth. Jokic would have been on the bench in the first 5 minutes of the game guarding Shaq. 2 quick fouls. Shaq would have went straight body to body, back down, yam on everything. And Jokic would have had to foul him. There ain't no way he's stopping the diesel, dog. Shaquille O'Neal, I'm talking about prime, strong, in-shape Shaq that was in L.A., man, he walking through Jokic. Walking through him. Worse than what y'all see Jokic doing Rudy Gobert. There was nothing on planet Earth, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, whatever other planets there is, that was stopping Shaquille O'Neal at that time. Nothing. But Ben Wallace, what he did was, Big Ben Wallace was strong enough. He was strong enough, and he had enough heart. He had enough grit, enough grind. Debo, Big Ben Wallace. You understand what I'm saying? To whom the bell tolls. You understand what I'm saying? See, he had enough grit, country boy. You can hear it when he speak. Down there from Alabama, you understand? See, he had enough in him. You feel me? And that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, you don't see that type of competition from Rudy Gobert. Right? The same you seen from Zoe Morning. Next thing you know, he's on your chest like Hardaway and Zoe Morning. They lie to y'all about Zoe Morning. Do y'all not know how Zoe Morning competed? Chilltown said that Jokic would throw a Morning around. Are you out of your mind? Ain't nobody on God green earth throwing Alonzo Morning around. Nobody throwing Zoe Morning around. Nobody on planet Earth, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, whatever. Pluto, I don't care what planet it is. You ain't throwing Zoe Morning around. I'm sorry, you're not. In his prime, man, you lost your damn mind. You lost your damn mind. Talking about Jokic throw Zoe Morning around. Man, you crazy as hell. Zoe Morning was cut from a different cloth. Period. Period. Telling y'all this. Talking about he would have thrown him around. You lost your damn mind. You know the competitor Zoe Morning was? Defensively, what he was? Absolute beast. And anybody that know basketball would tell you. You ain't gonna lie on them errors, bro. You're not gonna lie. Straight up. Not gonna lie, bro. Sorry. That don't work around here, man. You tell me you run up on Big Zoe Morning right there. You run up on Big Zoe Morning and tell me what you gonna get. Man, y'all dudes crazy as hell. Listening to this dude sit out here. Y'all listening to Chilltown sit out here lying like the Chilltown, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. But shout out to Gilbert Arenas and them on Gil's Arena yesterday calling this out, bro. Gil and them was cooking yesterday. Because dudes was actually competing. And I hope that Kwame Brown speak on this because he played against and with a lot of those guys. I hope Kwame speak on this because it was true. Dudes wasn't just laying down. Hey, Jokic is a great big man, but you gonna work for this. And that's all we said. We ain't even seeing Rudy Gobert make him work. Anybody that play defense know what I'm talking about. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. You said, take it how you feel when Amari averaged 35 on Tim Duncan in 05. I don't feel no way. Because sometimes guys will get the best of you. But we talking about competing, dog. We talking about guys not giving no effort. That is what Rudy Gobert is doing. He's not giving any effort whatsoever. Ever. It's just like Boogie Cousin them said. You've never seen him level up. Ever. That's the problem we have. Never. Not one time. So all that, oh, well, he's just too great. You can't stop. Man, Michael Jordan was the greatest offensive player in NBA history. Go look at what he shot against Gary Payton in the NBA Finals when Gary Payton guarded him. The defensive player of the year that year. Gary Payton. That year they went to the finals, Gary Payton was defensive player of the year, y'all. Michael Jordan was the greatest offensive player you've ever seen. He got on Gary Payton. Gary Payton took that shit to heart. Shout out to the Glove, man. Glove, all love to you, brother. See, I'm going to carry Glove. This is why the OGs in the NBA, that's why they fuck with me. That's why a lot of these dudes hit me up and, yo, like, ticket, carry this shit, my nigga. And I'm going to keep carrying that shit for the OG because they know I ain't lying. So, Glove, if you hear this shit, this one for you, brother. I ain't even going to lie. I'm going to carry on tradition on my channel. I don't have to sell out for no TikTok error. Like, share, subscribe, man. I see y'all on the Player's Choice in an hour. When I go cook Chill Town, he don't want, that nigga don't want no smoke with me at all.